One second.
Nifty, rifty. He
Oh,
knits. He riffs.
yes. Sawyer Nelson. Hello.
Hello.
I have waited with bated breath for this very moment.
Cool.
Uh, yeah. Cool. Uh, all right. I think my video is still uploading. I think like some type of version is. It's still processing. Shit. Um. So I was looking for games to play. I guess I'll start with just giving you my op.gg. Shit. Because like I already had a like probably like a month or two ago I had a coaching session with Crucial, uh, and it was like a live session and pups. So I was thinking not do that again. It was a great session, don't get me wrong, but it was amazing. The best coaching session I ever had, but up to that point. But um I'm not sure if that's like if I'm gonna like I don't know. It's the most useful thing for me at this point. But yeah, this is what the account I've been playing on. I sent you.
Okay, yeah, hold on one second. I gotta message someone.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to play a few games, either forgot to record or I was lagging. So I only was able to get one game where that's like somewhat viewable today, which sucks.
Oh boy. Another Syndra. You're gonna love the fucking Swain. Like, Syndra shitstomp Swain. It's not even like funny. Always have, but they think with these little buffs, oh, I can get away with it. I can pick Swain mid, surely. And then they see a Syndra.
Haven't spot the Swain yet.
Yeah, let's see.
Well, at least in mid lane.
Yeah, the
But I've
past
I've played a few games.
Akali, Set, Cassidon, we lose Cassidon. Fuck. But it looks like you do okay. I'd have to see the earlier part of that lane, to be fair. Because you can do everything perfect against Cassidon, and then your team fucks it up. I hate that.
No, yeah, that's basically what happened.
Yeah, into GP and then into Katarina. Katarina's kind of annoying. I'm pretty sure you take Electrocute into Katarina because even though she is similar to the other ones where it's like you Q them early, like it gets to this point where it's just about you're like burst onto her, like in one trade and then you all in on the next.
Yeah,
Or it might
it's.
just be scaling like a spell book or something, so you could have an ignite and an exhaust, for
I
example.
mean, the
Hard
issue
to
I
say.
have with Katarina is usually either she like fuck up and she somehow like just kills me, all ends me like level 2 and just kills me because I'm just not paying attention, or she rolls a few more coins in the mid game and gets a million
Okay,
whiffle.
yeah, them getting the fucking big woe at mid game out of our control, but like I'm
Exactly. I
not
mean,
paying
that's
attention part, like that is just peak,
that's
like
something
yeah.
that's something that needs to change, obviously.
Yeah. It's
Um,
easy to say. It's like whenever you're playing, put your full focus into the game. Whatever the fuck it means for you to get to that, try to. That's
it's
my
not it's not that I'm like not paying attention. It's just that sometimes I'm paying attention to other stuff,
yeah, the
or
focus
maybe
might
I
be
just can't.
scattered, but
Yeah, or I
like
just can't reel myself in, especially like maybe like on my first game. I don't know. It's like I sometimes it feels like it's trying. It's hard to like.
yeah, it's normal and it's nothing you just fix with thought, you know? It's fixed through like
Yeah,
practice.
yeah,
Cuz yeah,
um,
sometimes your attention's going to be split or something.
yeah,
And sometimes you're going to be
And
looking
I'll
at the
tell
mini
you
map.
this thing that's like always gotten me about like the first few 3 4 minion waves. It's probably I'll tell you it's the most anxiety provoking point of the game, like consistently for me. The first 3 4 minion waves,
As it should be. It's
because
hard. It's hard to do on
it,
Cinder. If you fuck it up, your life's over too. So
but it's not even just about Syndra. It's about any mid lane champ, even top lane too. Because it's just like if I do not already have an idea of like what I want my lane state to look like in the next 3 to 4 waves, or like if I don't like have something to play towards, I get really like feels weird because like if I like let's say I I slow push into like hard push 3 cheater and it isn't I don't quite push fast enough and so fuck it up now I have to stay, and then what if the jungler comes, or maybe I just stay like sit back and just let them maybe I let the May wave just sit in the middle, and because I figure jungler might gank. I don't know if he'll like level 2 cheese whatever. I don't really feel comfortable pushing into that. But like maybe sometimes I feel like, oh, maybe I could still like pressure my enemy mid laner more. I might, maybe I'm just like overthinking. I'm like
It's just where you're at, like the starting steps of it. So it's all coming at you at once. You get the answers to those things as you go. It's just a matter of like the
Yeah.
repetition and then practicing it and then fucking it up. That's the you have to go at it, mess it up, and then
I mean, no,
go forward from there.
Syndra is, I mean, like you said, she's a brutal champion.
Love
Uh,
it.
Like every time I play her, it's like, I mean, I take the runes, the Airy, the Ignite, Scorch,
RJology.
yeah, the RJology, and
Let's call it Korean style.
Korean K style.
So we don't
yes.
feel as stupid.
Okay, so I take the K style runes.
Yeah. K-pop
and
Syndra.
yeah, and like 60-70% of games, they run into me, they die. I just kill them. You can probably tell, like most of these games, I have pretty good scores. At least like I have more kills than deaths most of the games.
Yeah, so is it a situation where you don't even have to go out and get it? They're just giving it to you?
Some games, yes. Other games, I'm able to fish for the. Like, I'm able to like. I like. I don't know sometimes because they do run into me and they die, but at the same time, there are certain games I also know that they do just kind of get. I am whittling them down because there was one Victor game where I knew that I couldn't like auto trade with him, so I just always stood back and just not stood back, but I tried to space with my Q, constantly prodding with my Q whenever I could, and eventually I think I was able to look for a kill on him. But let me see if the video was freaking processed yet. Not processed. Oh shit.
Okay, so it's from what you just said, it was you have control over the lane and then the enemy kills themselves into you. This is natural. That's how it goes. If you have the good lane state,
If I have the good lane state
that's
and
they lose their mind and then have to walk a melee champ must walk into you and die. It's just kind of what happens.
Yeah. So
from a player perspective, but then once they get better, then it becomes up to you to look for it more and have to reach for it more. And then with that part, you're going to make mistakes. And then the one mistake, you lose the game on Syndra. But it's no big deal because it's what you have to do to get better.
Because that's, frequently it's just like, oh, I got ganked. I guess I should be out of the game. Obviously,
the game keeps rolling. It's not like you have to give up in the game. It's just that's your losing moment. That's what's important to focus on.
Right.
Because there'll usually be like one or two of those.
So.
And then if you go forward, like as you play, you can correct those. So long that they don't destroy you.
I feel really bad that the video isn't.
Do you want me to just load a replay? You could watch like the early lanes of these.
I wanted you to be able to see my clicks, but I guess it's fine. The replay. I mean, I could.
Any of these?
I mean, I could just like send you a file, I guess. But yeah, any of like the first like the games of today or anything that looks good. Anything not looks good for me, but like looks like there's might be something to like glean from it.
Let's watch some Katarina.
The Katarina was like, I think that
we have Kha'Zix Lee Sin. Fuck.
Dude, I don't know.
Kha'Zix players need to fucking realize Kayn is in the game right now. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't want to start my Raptors, do golems, and then full clear, and then back into my Raptors before the enemy is even like done with Scuttle. No, I would rather just have 3 camps on Kha'Zix and hope for the best.
I used to play Kha'Zix where I'd jungle, where I would just do W max into E max, W evolve, and basically just play to like scale. That's a whole other story, but okay. Like, okay, this Katarina game I found like
auto, and then moving forward Q. What does Katarina have?
She has Q, I believe.
Yeah, and then she Qs. That bad boy is on a fucking 11.
Second cooldown.
Yeah, so moving, like, shit. Moving, barely forward, and then right here, once I get my, give me my pin, thank you. Moving, stand your ground, wait, watching, see his movement, and you have like 3 Q chances, so best of luck.
All right.
And then without that, like, you're just missing out on a Q. And then you have to reach for it. Congrats. Every time you have the auto, it's going to be into a Q. Unless it's on cooldown, and then it's like you can move afterwards as well.
Yeah, I remember having a lot of trouble this game.
Okay, we're pushing too fast. Actually, it's fine. Katarina, longsword 3-pot. Yeah, pretty much necessary. Where they have fucking bungler, we don't. You can recall with the W and then it drops the minion. Do you know that?
Wait, what? What do you mean?
So like whenever you...
Oh, so you press W, then you recall, you activate your recall, and it just immediately drops the minion?
Yeah, so we save this minion, and then we pull this one, and then we just recall, and then we have 2 melee minions. Like you channel the recall, and obviously like cancel it.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
okay.
It's super useful for these lane states. So fucking stupid overpowered for Syndra too.
I just figured, okay, I mean I'll just slow push. It's not really, but I figured I'd just slow push and hard push this wave, and probably...
You don't have to hard push this wave, because you can stay in lane for a long time. You have your Dark Seal corrupting, and then he's coming back with the 2 health potions, longsword and amp tome, and then like just right off the bat from that, you want to be getting poke as this wave's going in, and then just last hitting the wave, and then as she's under turret, try to poke as well. Because this timing, like right around 4 minutes, is going to be the time where you can't be ganked by Lee Sin unless he's on like a massive overstay, which isn't even that big of an issue because he won't have longswords. He won't deal that meaningful of damage. And if he does, you can outplay, etc., etc. So the main thing is like try to get the poke as the wave's going in, and then when he's under turret, poke as well. And then once that wave is bouncing back, it's up to Katarina to crash that wave against you. And then that's where you have a lethal.
Okay. So wait. So as I'm pushing the wave into her, poke as it's slow pushing into her. Yeah. Then it's in the wave and then while the big wave is under her tower, hit her as much as I can, and as the wave's pushing back, okay. I was just glad to like play that again in my head. Yep. All right. Okay. Yeah, because a lot of these, yeah.
Fucking Kha'Zix's problem right here.
I fucked up my E. This might stun.
I mean, this situation's impossible. Plus, I hate Kha'Zix's players. Yeah, invade Raptors, man. No fucking recall. What are you fucking doing, Kha'Zix?
Shit.
Okay, so this would be our vision. Who's going to be the target, Lee Sin or Katarina?
I figure Lee Sin, because he needs to die.
Yeah, he's level 3, no recall, no flash, apparently. Would hope that we would know that. So then a QE right there. Hurry the fuck up. QE, flash, Ignite, just auto him down.
Okay.
Because if you're walking to this, it's like, be involved. It can't be like any defensive reaction. At least with how it's playing out. Yeah. And then he's over the wall, and then they suck. Yeah.
I die. Yeah. The whole mess of mechanical. I don't know.
I think it's just right there from the start. If you attack them, you're winning. But you try to pull them, like a Victor, like a, I don't know.
I mean, I have played a lot of Victor in my past, so.
Yeah, with Syndra, it's like attack them first, don't miss, and then you win. If you miss, oh my god. But then that's your time to start kiting whenever you miss like the QE.
Okay.
See, like that shit, it's like no one's actually walking into you there. Like, you WQ the wave?
I know sometimes I'm just like, what should I do here? Push the wave? Like, sometimes I'm like, okay, I shouldn't push the wave here. Or other times, I'm just confused.
Okey-doke. So with this map state and then the lane state as well, what do you see?
I mean, I mean,
Don't even have a filter, just like literally anything you see.
I figure, I guess, like, okay, Kha'Zix is right there. I mean, if I just, like, let the wave sit there right by, let it come in, but don't, like, attack it, and just to try and harass the Katarina, I mean, she has to push it in, right? It's like, it's gonna, like, push into me. She
Yeah.
has no choice.
Yeah, the wave bounces if you
And,
don't
I
hit it.
mean, Lee Sin is gonna be somewhere, but not here now. So he doesn't, Katarina is forced to just take it.
Take what?
My harass.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah.
So what do you think?
Uh,
What do you think like would be your actions like in the next 20 seconds here?
okay, so I'd walk up. I'd probably try and auto queue her. And I'd leave the minion wave as is. I won't touch the minion wave.
If you auto Q, she E's onto you and then QWs.
Right. I mean, that's what I'm scared of.
So you don't have
That's
to,
why I'm.
like if you press into them when the wave's pushing into you too, when they have a dash, like you're screwed for it. So I don't think that's a good idea. You just have to play a distance with the Q.
Right.
Because you don't have flash and you're level down. At least for like one minion, but still. Once the Katarina's on top of you with boot, she's going to auto you all the way down the lane. If you were to
And
like...
that's the most terrifying thing for me, because either I'm like, okay, I'm either on right there hitting her. I don't know. I'm having trouble like collecting my thoughts, because like I don't know. Like usually when I look at it's hard to like know exactly how I'm gonna feel in this state. Like I mean I'm looking at right now, but like
Yeah, it's like don't cast your mind back to like what you would think in the game. It's like just tell me what you see right now. And then your thoughts
I mean
right now.
I don't want her to jump on me when I don't have my E or my whatever. I don't want that to happen. I want her to, if she's gonna jump on me, I want her to. Well, I don't want her to jump on me. That's the whole point. So I mean, I would just space around her E, and while letting the wave push back into me, and harass her when I can. Right? Would that would probably be winning, right?
Yeah, that'd be a good game plan. And then once the wave gets around here, then you can start trying to thin it because it's a melee champ. That's the thing you really have over them. Did I do Cast and Syndra with you, or was that someone else?
What?
Did I do Caston versus Syndra 1v1s with you or someone else?
It was not me.
Okay, with Caston and Syndra, it shows you that you have to do a cheater against Caston, and then when the wave is bouncing back, you thin it out, and then you kill the Caston because he can't crash a wave. So it's like you don't thin it too much, but you also don't just spend abilities on him as the wave's coming back, or else the wave crashes. And then that's like the quintessential of like these melee matchups where you avoid their strong points, get a recall off, like get items and come back and they're still screwed, things like that. Because that's like kind of where our lane state is. It'd be something similar. Like you would want to thin the wave out, but still have it where it's not going to be pushing towards them entirely. So that usually just means like one WQ on the casters or something. And then start poking them out because the wave's still pushing towards you and they can't crash the wave. And if they don't have bungler, GG. So yeah, with this lane state, if you press into Katarina, she dashes onto you, you die. The Kha'Zix is also like 0 HP, no recall, so you don't have a gank either. So we have to factor that in. So it'd be like poking the Katarina as the wave comes in my opinion. It's like I would move forward, Q, even if the Q misses, I grab it with W, and then I'm like kind of neutral, kind of backpedaling depending on what Katarina's doing. Throw the W, and then always save the E for the most part. Unless you have a great reason not to. Pressing for the Q, and then you're fucking unleashing on the minion wave. You're just asking Lee Sin to gank you. Lee Sin died. He's going to reset to his respawning Gromp. That's where he started, because he was fighting in the fucking red side. He does Gromp in the mid. He skips Gromp. He's Lee Sin. Bada bing, bada poop here. So best of luck pushing this wave. He's under turret. Wait until he has to do something before you Q. That's like the debuff of them running into you and dying. You gotta wait for them to hit the CS before you throw the Q. Okey-doke. And then this isn't contentious for level 6 because both of you died in the skirmish. He's closer to level 6 though. But okay. Lee Sin went top. Word. Kha'Zix finally gets a recall off after dying as they do. Wave's coming into us. Katarina roams. Okey-doke. Then he's not fully roam, you're not fully pushing, this is good. Gets level 6, doesn't ult. Amazing Kha'Zix. Okay. Then your goal here should be like to crash on this next wave. We'll be queuing these casters already. You cannot go to this. Like, it's not happening. This happens without you.
Yeah, I know. I remember distinctly that this Kha'Zix was spam pinging me. And I got very angry.
And you got controlled by him?
This happens a lot more than you'd think. Like, I have a game plan, and then something random happens, and I feel pulled in a direction, and I don't want to be there.
Okay,
and I know
okay.
That.
You can't be stuck to the game plan, but you need to have it in your head, which that also comes from experience, because League's a dynamic game.
Yeah. And I agree with that.
And whenever you're studying the game, you can get stuck in these where it's like you're going to play this like shit because you know what the perfect play is. It's like you got to practice to do the perfect play, which is like pushing out this wave, and then know what that means so that you can like adjust to these, and then it's not like a fucking real big hit to like where it's all happening at once, you know?
Right.
But damn, right here, push this fucking wave.
Oh my god. It's like I feel that because I've played a lot of Kale in the past, and she's like all about like I just want to sit in my lane and farm. Like it's rare. Like obviously there are times when you want to leave your lane, obviously for any champion, but it feels so bad. I don't know.
Like with our lane state here, Katarina's already roamed bot and then came back, and then Kha'Zix is farming. And you're sitting on, I'm going to guess, 900. 1,000 gold. It's like you have to recall here. There's just nothing to it. Like
No, I know, I want to recall here, but then
so just do it. Like,
do it.
just push this fucking wave and do it. You're gonna bend to what this guy IGN. Is this Tizzler? Fuck Tizzler. Push your wave.
Oh, I wish I could just say fuck these people because like I don't like them, but at the same time, I don't want to be here. Why am I here? Now I'm top lane taking minion wave. What am I accomplishing? Now I have to go run back. I mean, it does come back to me, but like I could have pushed that wave and went back and then be there already.
Be there with basically the same items. Wouldn't have lost chapter, but who cares? We'd have the double amp tome and then the sapphire crystal, and then that sets you up for the lethal with the wave bouncing back with Katarina coming back to lane with no flash. Yeah. Bum. Okie doke. Is that one video processed?
I think so. 1 second. Checking. It's checking it apparently.
Okay.
Okay, I mean, it has like awful quality, but I'm not sure if you care. It's like 240p for some reason.
That works with the league.
Yeah, I'll send you that. Hopefully that works. Hopefully it's the right game. It's a different game. Okay. Yeah. Wait, I don't know if this was the right game. Oh, whatever. I guess of Vladimir, and Vladimir, I remember having a ton of problems against this. I linked the, I put the thing. See if you can.
Oh boy.
Ah, yeah, good quality. It's processing the HD version, so let me see if
I
that's.
mean, it's 42 minutes, so that will probably take like at least fucking 5 or 10 minutes from now. That's how it goes. It's against Vladimir. Through a microscope here. Q, auto, auto.
And this guy always.
You have to auto the melee minions.
Right.
If you auto him twice there, like it's too much.
No, yeah. This early lane phase I hated, and actually like wasn't sure if I wanted to like show you this game because of just how fucking ridiculous this game was. Because like I fucked up this wave. I don't think I got a single minion here. This guy freaked me out because he just kept running at me.
Front at you with Predator. Like that happens where if you lose control of like mostly yourself. So like the main thing with Vladimir would be like your auto attacks onto the minions and then your Q onto him. The only time that changes is whenever he presses into you. If you're pressing into him for the autos, the minions deal more damage to you, and then he sustains it. So that's what you have to have in mind, and then also have practice because Syndra's fucking brutal. So don't laser focus like that. Yeah, you don't get a single CS, but it's like that's the result of like losing control. That's the nice part about Syndra. You have to retain control over the champion itself, and it's easy to get lost.
Yeah, I mean the whole thing is like mechanically and not. I'm constantly like. It's a hard champ. Like I don't know.
It's literally that simple too. Like if you were playing GP top, it's like you miss the barrel, mess up your passive, don't fucking Q correctly.
Yeah.
And then die 8 times. Okie doke. You can QE here. He's fucking level 1. Like, get it going. Because that wave's going in regardless. The QW is like if it's a more neutral. Vladimir's going to play defensive.
Right.
Vladimir might as well be a melee champ. You could also think of him like Graves, I guess, in the mid lane. Functions kind of similarly. Graves with a Vamp Scepter. Okay. It's like all this movement. This is how you make it easy on yourself because what the fuck is the threat from Vladimir right now? Let's go forward actually. What can he do to you?
He could run at me.
Like if he runs at you with Predator, QW and we're walking away. What's his abilities?
Well, he has his Q and I think he has his E maybe.
He's level 2. We can't see it. So he either has his E or his W. Right. He has to walk into you. He has to walk into you with those.
Right.
So there's no threat. You don't have to be doing left and right clicks or any of that. Like the APM's just not fast enough right now, and you can just auto the melee minions and then have your cursor just over the Vladimir, and everything's good. So it's just like trying to do too much at once.
Right.
When you're not fast enough to do so. Be like me trying to practice boxing by watching Mike Tyson. I'm trying to do the head movements. I can't even throw a punch, you know? Like
yeah. I don't know. I feel like yeah, from coming from like spamming a ton of Annie to playing Syndra, it's like a completely different I don't know, experience. Like
yeah. You can retain the same things though. Like this would be
yeah,
an Annie
no.
auto attack lane.
Right, yeah. I mean, a lot of it feels similar. Like it's just even this in a lane like this against like it just feels awkward against champions that you feel like you're supposed to like, you know, shit on. But
Well, you
obviously
didn't do it the
it's
right
not
way.
exactly. I didn't do it the right way. And I'm like I was scratching my head this whole game like how was I supposed to do this? Like
Okay, so
because I because
it's
I'm
like right. For,
clearly doing something wrong.
okay, if the question is like how you beat him, you got to go all the way to the start.
Right. And I know something's going on.
Q, good. Auto,
And but then
kiting.
yeah, I'm kiting, but then I look for another auto attack, and then he predators for me.
And then you have to just stand your ground, and then it's melee minion time. It's not hit Vladimir time again because it's you put yourself in a position to be in Q range of what he wants to hit next. What does he want to hit next? The melee minion. So he has his Q range and his auto range. So if you stand on this side, you know you're going to be in range probably to shoot your Q, but then you also just want to be autoing the melee minions from here. Because then if he approaches, you can react to it. That's how you have to do this.
Right.
And then if that's fucked up, then you push into him. You don't have enough poke. He sustains it all the way, bounces back. You can't burst him either because Vladimir has like just the right amount of HP. And then he crashes the wave, recalls, you're screwed. So that's just the price you pay for messing up the earlier part of the lane. Let's refresh this bad boy, see if we get 2 more pixels. We're 360 now.
Oh my god. An upgrade.
So then, of course, nothing can happen. That's good. Before the next recall. A double amp tome. Okay. Okay, and then the Q. Like your mouse fucking sucks here.
Yeah.
Let's do this one slow-mo. The Q goes wide. And then fucking stand still and auto the melee minions. Just give him the opportunity to hang himself because you have the range advantage. The only problem is your movement in this lane. It's like it's trying to do everything at once when standing still. Like upholding a good position is all you have to do. The like micro inputs afterwards are like icing on the cake, but you have to do this part right first. So we would stand our ground here, and then he would move into us. We would auto the melee. We could still cast the E the same way. Okey-doke. And then as you land the Q, click right here once, and then mouse over Vladimir Q. That's it. We want to just do that for now. Like as simple as we can, make it as like and do it as simple as you can. Because to complicate it with the other inputs just hurts you where the mouse isn't fast enough.
I've always had trouble like dealing with how all the complicated shit. That's like the biggest thing. That's like it takes. I don't know. Learning League of Legends for me is it's always tough because of how complicated I make the game.
Yeah, make it simple for yourself. Do it simple, like do the simple things right, and then speed it up. You don't start by doing it fast and then like it just works out. And nobody wants to do that either. It's like doing your first fucking push-up or something. First push-up sucks. You can barely do 5. What the fuck, you know? But then you do it consistently, and you can do 10, 20. You build up from there. That's the only way to do it. I mean, that's kind of the bane of like Western, like with so many of the people that like consume League content like that. It's like they see the better play, but it's like you can't just copy and paste it. The road to it looks very stupid.
It looks like this.
It looks very boring and stupid.
And like ah, I don't know. Yeah, fuck. And the funny thing is, I'm still winning like this. Like and not all games are like this. Obviously, some games I could I don't know, but
Oh
like
shit.
this just dude I was tilted after this one.
This isn't even a big deal though. The QE goes wide.
That's
Vel'Koz
why
behind you.
I
Clicks
walk into
into
the
it.
queue.
You have to keep Alrighty, so same shit. We make it simple. We center the
I
screen,
know.
flash.
Yes, I had no control here, and yeah, I had no control because like I don't know.
Alrighty, we
I
can
was
make it
trying
that
to
simple. Just get control.
get control. Sometimes I mean I think I've been trying way too hard to increase my APM to where like I can't actually handle it.
Yeah, it's a very slow. It's always a slope, you know. It's not. I was here and now I'm here, baby. It's always this with APM.
And obviously, like if I'm more like familiar, like on Annie, I'll get like crazy APM, but because that she's so fucking easy. Um,
And you have more games on her.
yeah, of course. I've only recently started playing Syndra.
Syndra. This thing's lying. Give me the real stats. Change the icon to Syndra.
I don't know if I have a Syndra one.
Okay, do the Elder Lizard then. This guy
Oh,
rocks.
true. But Annie's queen. Come on.
Fuck Annie.
Let me see.
She's the girlfriend of your past. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 Cinder games, big man.
I've played a few on my other. I have an alt account, but
How many?
maybe like five. Maybe like 5 games.
Yeah, like come on. This is like a 200 game champion to get started.
Well.
So, with like whenever you play this champion too, as many games as you can get in a day, and don't hyperfixate on the lane states or any of that. It's hyperfixate on like your control of the champion and what it means for you to do the things on it right. Because then you'll do that, and then whenever you sleep on it, all of that gets like downloaded into your head, and then you build up like a little thing in your head to play Syndra, and then that's a process. So it takes like a good while, but you don't have to like you don't have to like do this smart dumb stuff where you kind of just like berate yourself for like not doing the perfect play. It's like that's not what you're aiming for right now. You're aiming for the basic plays right, and then if you got those right, then oh my god, then we start working up from there. But you also have to have a bunch of games on it, like with that in mind.
Yeah. Yeah. She's, yeah. I mean,
Check on this thing. Let me message this guy real quick.
what else should we do? Like, where should we go from here? So, I mean, it's like on Syndra. Okay, so play a lot more Syndra games. I get that because like when I was talking to Kusile, he said okay, it was either Syndra or Oriana, and can you tell me like if I'm like if it's like something wrong with me because my Oriana is some of the worst shit I've like I'm literally trolling every time I play that because mechanically I don't know what's with her Q. I cannot have her Q properly.
If you don't have games on it is fucking impossible to tell, man.
It is so impossible.
It's like play 50 of Oriana and then maybe I could, the odds are you just got to play more. Like it's just in the repetitions, man. And then from there, it's like, I think we can start working up from there. But like right now, it's like you have this control part down, but you also have to have the mechanic part down, which is what the enemy's doing. So I think like going into the matches, it's like kind of like a third eye whenever you're watching yourself play. It's like have control over yourself is the first step. And then when you have it, start watching the enemy as well. Because they're going to tell you how you have to play it as well. With the Katarina, whenever the wave's bouncing back, it's like you can't auto attack or you're screwed. So
Okay,
that'd be a good place to start.
Just more Syndra, more Oriana if I want to, but like just more Syndra.
I would just stick to Syndra right now. Let me see if there's like a good Ditto for her just in case. You're like Syndra's never getting banned either, so
yeah.
We got Syndra. We got. They really got to make more good mages mid.
Oh please, I don't know how like. Dude.
There's LeBlanc. That's somehow the closest.
LeBlanc.
Yeah, I'm not even joking. Because she does the same things. Except she has a dash, and you have to land a chain. and her mechanics are
Yeah.
different. But you auto attack the wave and you spend abilities on the enemy. It's the exact same shit
You just have to. Okay, so
in terms
just
of the basics.
basically, okay, just master the champion and her shit, and then you get to play the game. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So, like, okay, so feasibly, what you saw in that? Okay, I just need to play the Syndra more to get, so I don't like do random shit and and just lose control randomly.
Yes, because if you don't play her consistently either, then you can't build up. You have to build, like whenever you learn a champion, you are literally building like a little machine in the back of your head. And if you don't build it up strong enough for Syndra, it's not one that like it will just like fall apart. So you have to be consistent with it too, I think. And then that can be across like a good amount of time too. Alrighty, I'm gonna do Cassidon. And then
Just Syndra with the K style.
yeah. And then
Okay.
like I said, you want to crash 3, poke me on the way. And then you cheater, come back, items. I can't crash the wave before then. You thin the wave and then kill the Cassidon. That's your goal. Yeah, I fucking have played so much Cassidon Syndra recently. Not one man should get beat up on Cassidon this much.
Life of a coach, I guess. Has it been successful?
Yeah, it's always so useful. Then top lane, it's like Malphite versus Jace and stuff like that.
I like Jace a lot.
Oh my god, I did it. You would fucking. You think. You want to feel bad about yourself. I did an ADC. Caitlyn versus Kaisa, kept killing him as Kaisa. Like, come on, man. He was on like farming ADC, and I was like, you have to hit them, or this can happen. It's like a Caitlyn pushes an entire wave with no poke. You just run past it. Here I go. Here I go. Satellite radio. Cast and player. Gonna get the shit beat out of him.
Oh god. I get nervous in these situations, especially like Cassidon situations.
Just try not giving a shit and just playing.
Like you said, like I don't have like a lot of control over myself.
The anxiety doesn't really help you. It'll help you be less bad, but it won't help you be good. Being good comes naturally. You want to. It's easy to say, but it's like if you can play from the ambition of just beating the enemy or playing well, then that is so much more productive, in my experience, than the anxiety of not playing bad.
And the anxiety gets, or like I don't know. Sometimes I literally procrastinate playing League. I don't know why. I procrastinate over everything.
Syndra's brutal, that's why. Don't want to die.
Yeah,
don't want to fuck up the lane.
It's brutal, and I'm like, man, I'd rather just play like...
I've been in that exact same spot.
More Annie. I should just play more Annie at this point. I don't know.
I'm going to lift these weights. I'm going to be sore. Like, should I just... I don't know. Maybe I don't go to the gym today.
Exactly. I don't know how to... I don't know how to not do that.
Cast and player getting his ass beat. Good.
There's minions. Fuck.
But did he push too fucking fast? Okay, crash 2. This is much better for me. Because now it's like you're stuck in lane and you do not have a fucking lethal.
You want to reset? Because I did push.
I mean, you know how this plays out?
Well, I'm stuck in lane. I have to go. I have to, like... Okay. Dude, I can't go back here, dude.
Yeah, and then if you unleash on the wave.
I mean,
I don't even have
know.
Q there. They'll always do that left and right movement because they have no onus on them. And then if you do those trades, once again, you don't have lethal bungler. Baba Booey. Shit. Now what if I stood still?
Right now, I'm fucked. I'm actually fucked. The slaying state is awful for me. Like I have to like somehow get this under the tower with no mana. Like, okay, I have my cookies. I have my cookies.
It's better if you just let the wave come into you. Because you have to spend the mana on the wave, and then you have the mana to kill Kassadin afterwards.
Alright.
Yeah. Don't want to fixate on the wave like that.
No, sometimes it's just like the idea of just like functionally, like I feel like I need to do something that I don't actually need to do. And where does that idea come from? I don't know. I guess from just being like, I don't know.
Have the onus come from your own thoughts, not like the expectation of something. Because the expectation might not be real. Or it might not be real for you and your game. Like... You have no mana.
Oh.
You're a buster. Smack.
Unlucky. Yeah, well, that was... Yeah. I
Alrighty.
think I missed a cue there, but yeah, whatever.
I gotta get going.
I want to be able to... Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Shit. Here, I'll give you $2 more. Shit.
If you wanted to do one later today, maybe I'd be available. Like for just 1v1s. Let's say it'd be like, I don't know, $15 for like 30 minutes or something, if you'd be down for that. But here's my PayPal. I gotta get going. Good talking to you.
Right.
Best of luck with Syndra. She's brutal. Just take your time with it. It might be like 2 weeks until you feel good about your Syndra. That's fine.
Okay.
Maybe not in the moment, but yeah, it can become good. Alrighty. Peace out.
All right. Thank you.
No
Bye.
problem. Bye-bye.